Yesterday is not your permanent address. There are mornings when you wake up carrying the weight of yesterday like chains around your chest. You remember the mistake, the relationship that broke, the dream that didn't happen, and somehow, without realizing it, you begin living as though yesterday has the authority to define today. You move carefully, you stop trying, you stop believing, not because life is over, but because disappointment convinced you that your best moments are behind you. But hear this clearly. Yesterday is not your permanent address. Today is not your punishment. Today is not your reminder of failure. Today is your chance again. Because every sunrise carries one message. You are still here for a reason. Pain has a strange way of making the future look closed. After rejection, you think nobody will choose you again. After failure, you think success belongs to other people. After heartbreak, you think love is dangerous. But healing begins the moment you understand this. A bad chapter is not the end of the book. Your delay is not your destruction. Today came to offer you another opportunity to breathe differently, to think differently, to move differently. But first, you must release yesterday, not deny it, not erase it, release it. There is a difference between remembering something and living inside it. Too many people are emotionally living in places they physically left years ago, still replaying old conversations, still bleeding from old betrayals, still defining themselves by old failures. You cannot receive new joy while gripping old sorrow with both hands. Regret whispers, "You should have done better. You missed your moment. It's too late now." But regret is a liar, because as long as you are breathing, possibility still exists. And no, it may not happen instantly. Sometimes growth looks like getting out of bed when your mind is exhausted. Sometimes it looks like trying again after embarrassment. Sometimes it looks like choosing not to quit. Do not underestimate small steps. Small steps, repeated consistently, create massive transformation. A tree does not appear overnight. Even healing happens in layers. You are not behind, you are becoming. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing they must have everything figured out before they begin again. No. Clarity often only arrives after movement. You discover courage by acting despite fear. You discover purpose by continuing the journey. So today may simply be asking you to take the next step. Not 20 steps, not the entire future, just the next one. People often imagine transformation as one huge moment, but most transformations are hidden inside ordinary days. The day you decided not to give up, the day you forgave yourself, the day you tried again. Those moments seem small while they're happening, but later, you realize they changed everything. Maybe today is one of those days for you. Maybe today is the beginning of your return, not to who you used to be, but to who you were always meant to become. Think about this. There were nights you cried yourself to sleep and still woke up. Moments you wanted to disappear and still kept going. Seasons you felt completely empty and still found a way to continue. That means there is strength inside you that you have not fully recognized yet. Do not disrespect your survival. Failure is an event. It is not an identity. Read that again. Failure is something that happened. It is not who you are. You are not your worst moment. You are not the opinions of people who gave up on you. You are not disqualified because life became difficult. Life is filled with people who started over at 30, at 40, at 50, people who rebuilt after divorce, after bankruptcy, after heartbreak, after public failure. Human beings are remarkably capable of renewal, but renewal requires a decision. You must decide that yesterday will no longer control the atmosphere of today. Choose hope, not because everything is perfect, but because hopelessness changes nothing. Darkness becomes permanent only when people stop looking for light. There are still people you haven't met yet who will love you deeply. Still opportunities that have your name on them. Still versions of yourself waiting to emerge. Do not bury your future beside your disappointment. So give yourself permission to begin again without shame. Start imperfectly. Start uncertain. Start afraid, if necessary. Just start. You do not need a perfect past to create a meaningful future. Now carry the wisdom, but release the weight. Release the bitterness. Release the guilt. Release the obsession with what could have been. Because peace is not found in replaying the past. Peace is found in accepting that today still holds possibility. So if yesterday exhausted you, release it. If yesterday embarrassed you, release it. If yesterday broke your heart, release it. Because today is standing in front of you with open hands saying, try again. Not because the journey will be easy, but because your life is too valuable to abandon. Years from now, you may look back at this exact season and realize it was not the end of your story at all. It was the moment you finally decided to stop living in yesterday and started becoming who you were meant to be today.